What do you get when you combine simplified practice marketing, proven ROI strategy, and Van skate shoes? You get Mark Thackeray, of course. So lace up, grab your green smoothie, and get ready, because this is Dental Marketing Secrets. And this is Mark.
What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of the Dental Marketing Secrets podcast, where our whole goal is to bring you what is working right now in the world of dental marketing so that you can grow your practice, so that you can serve more patients and ultimately leave a greater legacy, because that's really what we're all about here. My name is Mark Thackeray. So excited to have you with me. Today's show is awesome. I just wrapped up this interview with Matthew Miller on the power of video marketing. We dive deeper into the hows, what to look for when you're doing videos. It's awesome. Matthew is the founder of Madcapper Marketing, which he founded back in 2012. And a little bit about Madcapper: they focus on video creation and video marketing and for local businesses. And before starting Madcapper Marketing, Matthew was a television producer and an editor in Los Angeles, California, and has worked on a whole host of different TV and film productions. He attended film school at Loyola Marymount. He's also a proud father and husband, proud father of two little ones, and a proud husband. And is also, and this kills me, but he is a huge Lakers fan, and I am a Jazz fan, and there's some history there that I won't go into right now. But a fun fact about Matthew is that he shares a birthday with former All-Star Laker. Former Laker All-Star, how do you say that? He's an All-Star Laker, Shaquille O'Neal. And what's funny is they even got to meet once on their birthday. So I didn't ask him about that. I should have. I will next time he's on. But you'll want to listen to this episode because we get into so many different things. He shares some really great tips on, there's 3 types of videos that you can make. There's 3 styles of video as well. He talks about how he's got one campaign that's running, for a video campaign that he's doing with dental offices that's getting a 20-to-1 ROI right now. Very, very cool. And there's a phrase that he uses in there that we talk about that you can take and steal and use in different marketing campaigns. I love this phrase. It's so powerful because it's like this amazing hook to draw in your patient to make them want more. He also shares he has got a YouTube channel that is chock full of video marketing resources. It is a tremendous asset to have, and he gives access to that freely on his YouTube channel. We'll list that in the show notes, but it's Madcapper Marketing on YouTube. He also has an incredible free offer for you that we talk about, so make sure you listen all the way to the end of the show so you can hear more about that. But without further ado, here is Matthew Miller. All right, guys, so excited for another episode of the Dental Marketing Secrets podcast. I have a special guest with me. Matthew Miller of Madcapper Marketing is with me, and we're going to be diving into the power of video marketing. So Matthew, thank you so much, first off, for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Hey, Mark, great to be here. The power of video. What a great subject.
Oh, it is. There's so much to talk about, and we've been chatting about this before we press record here, but there's just so many things that practices need to know about, so I want to get kind of jump right into it. So why, make the case for why video marketing, why should dentists even consider doing video for their practices?
I love this one. It's so easy. It's so easy to tell you why you should be doing video. And when I talk to my dentist and my dentist clients, I tell them the same thing. I was like, listen, most people in day and age, what do you think? Do they prefer to watch a video, or do they prefer to read something that's long and, potentially boring?
Right.
10 out of 10 times they say, well, video. And I say, especially if it's an entertaining, educational, short, quick snippet, and you get the information to your viewer quickly. Of course, video. Everyone wants to watch video. And everyone has video potential in the palm of their hand.
Absolutely.
Which is it's so powerful. So we are a mobile first, Apple, iPhone, Android, mobile first video society, right? Yeah. We have to make our videos perfect for mobile, easy to consume, fast when someone's at the grocery line or at their kid's soccer game or something like
Right.
that, right?
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up too, just because it's so important to remember, yeah, where your patients are or how your patients are viewing your content. And it is the trend has been dominantly towards mobile. I mean, it's overwhelmingly mobile now. In years past that was different, but over the past, 10 years, it's the trend is, what would you say, Matthew? How much, what percentage of people are consuming content on mobile versus desktop or iPad or
I can give you some stats, but let's just say, I mean, I've seen stats from anywhere on the low side of 50%. It's mobile or up to 90%. Now,
yeah,
of that 50% to 90%, how much of that usage is video watching or video time watching? Now, that's again 50 to 90%.
wow,
So
yeah,
it's just a huge, I mean, listen, if you're ignoring video and you're ignoring mobile and the power of mobile video, you're just, you're leaving money on the table, you're missing the boat, and you're not getting your message out there.
yeah. No, that's so true, and that's exactly why YouTube as a search engine. I mean, that is why it's so extremely popular, is because it's all video. I mean, it's all centered around video. And just to
That's
your
right.
point, Matthew, I mean, people would rather seek out a video explaining the process and showing the process as opposed to a lengthy blog post that details 12 steps on how to repair a ladder or something like that. They just rather watch a video of somebody doing it.
Yeah. So like this morning, I needed to do something on my computer that I didn't really know how to do, right? So I did a quick Google search and I quickly looked for the video. How do I do this particular thing? And I found the YouTube video. I watched the first 45 seconds. I got the information I needed and I moved on with my day.
Yeah.
So what if you could do that with your practice or with this or with the top 4 or 5 services that you do? Or what if you offer something specific to um, to to people at your practice, right? That other dentists in your area don't. For example, I have some dentists who offer biomimetic dentistry. What's that? Bio, right? Life, mimic, to mimic life, right? That's a very unique type of style of dentistry. How are you going to
Right.
convey that to a patient who has no idea? They just know, fill my cavity, check my, get a crown. Oh no, I don't want a root canal. But there's all these other types of things that you can do and teach and educate to sell different types of services that are most likely better for your patient in the end. How are you going to get
Right.
that information to them?
That's such a good point. Such a good point. And I love it. When you were talking about that too, it also made me think of how, one of the differentiation points about every practice is that what makes every practice unique is the individual people, and so
Mhm.
each provider, each dentist is going to be different, and that can be a huge competitive advantage for them. But if they're only displaying on their website the same services that everyone has, it's written out the same way, how does anyone tell? So if you can engage or deploy the power of video to share your personality, to showcase that, yes, I am very welcoming, I'm not high pressure, anything like that. I mean, that's gonna win a ton of patients over.
Your last guest, his name was Steve Brown, and he wrote the book
The
uh,
golden toilet.
"The Golden Toilet," which I
Yeah.
have to read. I mean, what a great title!
I know.
In that podcast, you and him, great podcast, by the way. You guys talked about what if someone goes to the website, and what if the dentist, and they know that they need a crown for their tooth or a veneer, and the dentist, there's a video of the dentist saying, "Are you aware of this different procedure, or are you aware that you don't need to maybe do a crown? Watch this video to see how." Do you think people are going to watch that video? Absolutely. And what if
Right.
they're shopping? What if you're not their dentist on a yearly, monthly basis? What if they're shopping around? What if you stand out with different types of services, different types of products? What if they see the eyes and the face of the dentist and the knowledge that they can convey through the power of video? I mean, it's a slam dunk so many times. I've seen it so many times over and over and over again where people say, I came to you, doctor, because of all the great videos on your website. I've been doing this for almost a decade now. So I've have many, many case studies of how videos really do make a difference for a practice, for any business, but we're talking about dentists today.
Well, and yeah, and I've touched on this too when it comes to social media, but social media loves video, because it's a lot more engaging, and if you look at it from their standpoint, the standpoint
That's
of
how you look at it. Yes.
Facebook or if Instagram, and what is their whole job is to keep you on their platform. And video
Don't
does a
leave.
tremendous job. Yeah, I know. They don't want you to leave. Exactly. They want to grab you by the throat and keep you there as long as
That's
they
right.
can. But yeah, and video has a tremendous way of doing that. And that's why you see them really kind of prioritizing video content over a static image or anything else, because they recognize how compelling that is. I mean, you just kind of, it hooks you right in and you want to watch what it is they're saying. You flip on the sound and all of a sudden you're 10, 15 seconds into the video before you even realize it. And that's what's so neat too, from a social media standpoint.
It's predictable, like stay time or predictable
Yeah.
watch time. They know that if you've got these longer videos, YouTube does a great job of this, by the way. I have a YouTube channel, so if anyone out there is listening to this and interested in learning more about video marketing, go to YouTube, search for Mad Capper Marketing, and I do videos on a weekly basis all about video and video marketing. So hopefully you get a
Super
kick
cool
out of that.
resource. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
put
yeah.
that in the show notes for sure.
Absolutely. But the whole point I was saying is on the back end of YouTube, look at my analytics. If you have a YouTube channel, which dentists, how many dentists out there have YouTube channels? A lot, but how many are using them correctly? None, zero. So
Yeah.
there's a great angle to stand out from the crowd. But one of the key statistics of videos on YouTube is watch time. Now, what is watch time? They see how long people watch your videos, but not only just your videos, how long do the people stay on YouTube watching your videos and other people's videos because of your video? Because
Right.
you have to look at it from their point of view. They want you to come onto YouTube and they want you to stay on YouTube. And if you have a popular channel that bring viewers on and make people stay for maybe 30, 40, 60 minutes, let's say an hour and a half, man, they are going to reward you and
Right.
put your videos higher up in the algorithm. So when people are searching, your videos are going to come up sooner. You're going to get more exposure. You're going to eventually get more customers, right? So a really good three-part, just think of this in 3 steps, right?
Yeah.
Step 1, get a video. Step 2, market that video. Step 3, get customers with that video, right?
Yeah.
There's get a video, step 1. Step 2, market that video. Step 3, get customers from that video. So many people, they get a video, but they only have 5, 10, 20 views on that video on YouTube, and they
Right.
paid $10,000 for that video. And it's a beautiful video, but they didn't market it. They just expect to put it up on their website and put it up on YouTube, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
They expect business to come. If you've spent money on a video, and I know a lot of you probably who are listening have, let's market that video. Let's get it on the right places. Let's put a little bit of money behind it if we have to, and get some social engagement on it so it can do the part that I know you want it to do, which is part step 3, get you new customers, get you new patients.
Well, that's a key part of the process that, yeah, a lot of people don't realize. And it's funny because, yeah, we talked about this. Steve and I talked about this in our last podcast too. But people have the same mentality when it comes to websites, where they think once it gets built, traffic will just organically flow to the website, and everyone will be happy. And same thing with a
Yeah.
video, where
Yeah.
I made the video and people are just going to watch it. I mean,
Mhm.
magically people will appear out of nowhere to watch the video, but it's part of the process that you described, Matthew, where it is first get the video, and then it's taking action to promote that video. And so and that's one of the things I love about videos. It can be repackaged and repurposed in so many different ways. You can use it on your website, you can use it on a social media channel or YouTube channel, you can use it in an email, you can link to it via an email. And there's so many ways to utilize this and really connect with a patient and help them along in that conversion process. There's so much there.
Okay. So you and me met, Mark, because of a current, I guess, a shared client in a way.
Yeah.
Um, so one of the current programs that I'm doing and having huge success with is all about sharing videos through text messaging to existing patients. So I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag a little bit on this one, but we found a way to engage with the current patient base or past patient base, I guess I should say, through the power of video. So we're right now, it's January of 2021. We're going through the pandemic. The vaccine has not been fully rolled out yet. So there's still a lot of people scared, don't want to go to the doctor, don't want to go to the dentist. They don't
Right.
want to get the virus, right? I understand that there's a lot of people that are fine and they feel okay, but I'm talking about what about all the people who live with an elderly parent, or what about the people
Yes.
who don't feel comfortable going to the dentist just yet, but they haven't been in a year?
Right.
So what we at my company currently rolled out is an educational video called the safety awareness video. Okay. And what this is geared around, it's a 1 minute video. It's short, it's entertaining, it's fast. And all it does is it bullet points all of the 6, 7, 8 reasons of the precautions that we've taken at your, Dr. Smith's
Right.
dentist practice to make you, the patient, feel safe to come in. Listen, we at Dr. Smith's dentist practice, we've spent $50,000, whether they like it or not. A lot of times they had to do it by law
Right.
to let patients back in. Why not let everybody know what you've done through a quick, entertaining, engaging video? So what we did was we created a quick 60-second video. It has the voice of the doctor. Um, if a lot of times I prefer hearing the doctor's voice, right? Because it's
Right.
just it's more engaging, it's more real. And then what we've done is we went into the doctor's practice management software. We located all of the patients who have not shown up, right, in the past, since maybe before the pandemic,
Yep.
and we put them on a list, and we send them a quick little text message. Hey, this is Dr. Smith. I made a video just for you. Can I send it to you?
Yeah.
Um, the response rate is through the roof.
Oh, I bet. I know.
So then we send the YouTube. I mean, it's in some cases a 20-to-1 ROI,
Yeah.
return on investment. It's incredible. So we send the text message out to 50 to 1,000 people, depending on how big the practice is. We get a 70, let's just say 70% response rate. We
Mhm.
send the video out. Of those people that watches the video, I would say a good 50% of those people say, thank you so much for this information in one way or another. And a good chunk of those actually schedule the appointment to come in to visit because now they feel safe. You, Dr. Smith, just took the time out of your day to make a very engaging, focused, with intent video to teach me the things you've done to keep me safe. I appreciate that as the patient. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I feel safe now. I'm going to come in and spend my money.
Well, I love this example, Matthew, because there's a couple things that stood out to me. First off is you're showing more than just telling, and that's what I love about these videos is that you have the ability to address concerns. In this case, the coronavirus, everything that's going on, the fear and of contracting, getting sick,
Yes.
all these things, I
Yes.
mean, that people, those are real legitimate concerns that people have, and not everyone does,
Absolutely.
and it's not the entire patient base, but there's a good percentage that they're legitimately concerned about. And so like you said, you're showing them, and it's
Mhm.
a show and tell combination, but you're engaging them in a video to explain and show, hey, these are all the things that we've done to make sure that you are safe. We've invested $50,000 to make sure that we're 100% compliant. We actually go above
Mhm.
and beyond because we do this and this, and because we want to make sure that whenever you come in, you feel 100% confident and comfortable that that nothing's going to happen.
On the flip side of things, and uh, and I know there's probably some dentists listening to this that have done this. If I go to your website, you've got this pop-up that comes, pop COVID-19 safety protocols, and all of this boring,
Yeah,
scientific,
kind of scary looking.
terrible,
Yeah.
scary-looking text that I have to click before I can actually even see the phone number.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I
What
know.
if
I know.
what if what if we had a video there that had nice music and saw the doctor, a picture of the staff showing the masks, showing the safety protocols we've taken, and what if we did a nice video for them instead of uh, that scary text? I think I would prefer that. First of all, no one reads that text anyway. By the way,
Yeah.
they just click close that little pop-up box and they want to watch a video. So do yourself a favor, get a video. Um, I guess I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse, but if anyone's interested in that, we are running a beta program where we are actually offering a free version of this video. So please reach out to me. Um, go to madcappermarketing.com and then reach out to us, and we will offer you a free version of that safety awareness video.
Which is an awesome resource, and it's so cool that you guys are offering that, Matthew, because it takes time to do these things, and we'll get into this in just a little bit, but of the how to create these videos, some best practices when you're looking to create them. But I love that example because you really get to set the stage and dictate how a patient feels about coronavirus, how they feel about coming into your office or your practice, instead of this big glaring red sign that says warning. It's like a warning sign, and all of a sudden you're kind of tense and you're feeling a little bit nervous anyway about coming in, and so instead of that you have this you have a very soothing music.
Inviting.
You're addressing the concerns without like all this anxiety inducing copy. I mean, it's just it's such a great way to do that. But you also said something in there that I just loved, and you can this little piece you can take and deploy in so many different ways. So you shared something. So in that text message, it says, "Hey, this is Dr. Smith. I created this video just for you." That little snippet right there that's a tremendous thing you can do. So imagine a patient who's come in. Let's say she's come in and she goes through her exam. You identify that she needs she's got a lot of work to do. And so you present the treatment case, and she's just not sold, on what's going on. And so she's just not fully on board. She, the cost, and doesn't understand maybe exactly why she needs it, or, why it's a pressing issue. Imagine she leaves the practice. She hasn't committed to another appointment or anything like that. Imagine you record a short little video. Say, "Hey, this is Dr. Smith. Jessica, I'm so glad that you came in today. I felt after you left that maybe there were some concerns. I just wanted to share this video with you about, what we're thinking about doing with these crowns or the root canal or whatever the case may be." And then explaining the different reasons, and say, if this were me, or if this were my mom, then this is why I would move forward with it. And, if you can keep on your path, but you can also, and you're going to probably run the risk of this, but if you want to make that change, here's what that would look like. And then you use that I love that phrase. I made this video just for you. In that
That's
same
the magic
context.
phrase.
Yeah. And how powerful would that be to that patient, knowing that, hey, I mean, even if she doesn't come back or reschedule an appointment, that feeling that you left her with was on a tremendous note. I mean, she's always going to respect you for the value and education that you provided to her.
Okay, so let me take that one step further and give you some action steps on how to do this fast, efficiently, and it'll take no time out of your day. Okay, so I do video. That's what we do. We do video marketing. There is a tool, and it can link up to your, you might have heard of it. It's called Loom. Have you heard of Loom?
Yes. Yeah, love Loom.
Loom. Okay, so Loom. So there's an iPhone app for Loom. All right. So what you do, and it's free. You can use this literally for free. So you download that Loom video app and you open it up and you create a little video on your iPhone, right? And it takes you 30 seconds, 45 seconds to convey that message. And then right directly from the iPhone app, because they see your face, you click send. And then you can send it to your office manager for them to text message if you want, or heck, just send it directly from your cell phone. Imagine that.
I know.
Imagine that. Access to the dentist's cell phone, or maybe a work cell phone, for example. So you send it to your patient, and then if they have any questions, you can engage with them a little bit afterwards. But here's the magic of it. You can tell if they click the link and open it, because Loom gives you an email alert. So now you know.
Yes.
So I'm in sales, right? I do sales, and everyone's in sales. If you're, if you're not selling, you're being sold, right? That's what they say. So just remember, in dentistry, when you're in sales, you have to do it in a way that is inviting, engaging, and you make them feel safe, right? So I think a nice warm message is inviting, engaging, and makes the patient feel safe, that you have their best interest at heart, right?
Yeah.
Don't you? So what if you did actually take the time to actually do that? Telemedicine is no longer a thing of the past. Telemedicine is a thing of the now,
Yeah.
especially because of the pandemic. And this is taking it to the next level. It's personalized medicine. It's personalized video care. Highly recommended. So check that out. Loom Video. You can use it on your computer or your app. It's a great action step.
It is a great action. And I've used Loom a lot to help clients walk through, hey, this is how you get it set up if we're running a Facebook ad campaign or something like that. I mean, it's a great tool and resource to use. And especially in this context, I love that, Matthew, where you can take that on your phone. I didn't even know there was a phone app, which is even easier.
It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, that's so awesome. And you can build that out. That's what's so cool about a video. I mean, it can replace a lot of time. I think the ideal would be that you would do that and personalize it to each patient. But if you're not ready to make that, to take that step, you could even do a video that's just about crowns, and just have that on file ready to send to a patient if they haven't accepted the treatment yet, and just say, hey, I made same kind of context. I made this video just for you. I talk about crowns, or just you can just leave it at that. I made this video just for you. But you could just have that in your back pocket and have your office manager send that out for you, or have a team member send that out anytime someone who's diagnosed does not schedule treatment. And you just build up a library of those videos.
Yes.
And then, yeah, you're saving so much more time, but you're also, more importantly, engaging the patient to a much greater level.
That goes back to, would somebody rather read or would they rather watch? And you make that decision for yourself. So whoever's listening, or you, Mark, you can even answer this question. If I give you the answer and I show you it's a 30-second video, or you can read this 10-minute blog post, which one are you going to do?
Well, my YouTube, you should see my history on my YouTube. I've actually been going, this past year, we built a tree house. We're doing a fire pit and some pavers,
Yes.
and that's all I've been doing is watching YouTube videos.
Well, it's amazing. So what you were talking about are template videos, and I'm a big proponent of template videos. It's one of the services that we sell, right?
Yeah.
I help you make template videos that you can send out, just even have on your website, right?
Yeah.
And then if someone needs to get more information on, a crown in a day, like maybe they have the CIRAC machine or something like that in their office, or they've got different things going on that are unique. Go into your phone, find the link in the Notes app, find a link to that quick thing, and pop it off to the patient that you just saw, that you think maybe is on the fence and just needs a little extra push over the fence to make that decision, because it's in her best interest anyway. So
Yeah.
you need to kind of maybe just give her a little more information. And yes, your office manager can do that, or you can do that. It doesn't really matter, right? Or if you
Yeah.
work with a marketing team, they can do that for you as well. But it's always best done in-house, just because it's faster, on Johnny, on the spot. If
Yeah.
you put it on your list, something to do someday, you and I both know it never gets done. So in the moment, get it
Absolutely.
done, moving forward, right?
Yeah. So let's dive into, for a minute, Matthew. What are some of and we've touched on a couple of those. You mentioned those are good template videos. What other types and kinds of videos would you recommend to consider, and what's out there?
Okay. I could talk about this for hours. But let's just break it down into the simplest of simple. And I actually have two YouTube videos on my YouTube channel that specifically cover this. The first one is types of videos. What are the different types of videos? So, and then the other one is styles of videos. What are the types and styles are a little bit different. So I'm going to cover the types of videos first, and then Mark, please ask me questions about that, or
Okay.
if I don't say it clearly. So there are three types of videos. The first type of video is the promo. It's a promotional video, right? We're promoting something. The second type of video is an explainer video, right? I'm explaining something that
Okay.
you don't maybe understand. And the third type of video is the educational video. I'm educating you. And if you really think about those three types of videos, and you think about the shape of a funnel, a marketing funnel, each one of those videos is at the different, I'm going to talk about marketing terms now, but if you were to guess, Mark, where in the funnel does the promo video live?
Oh man, I mean, it
At the
could be.
bottom of the funnel. It's right at the
Yeah,
sale, right?
exactly. I was going to say,
Right at
because
the
you have
sale.
kind of have to warm them up to get them to that point where you're
That's
then
right.
ready to and comfortable to make a pitch basically.
So the second type of video, the explainer video, is kind of in the middle of the funnel. I'm explaining that the person wants more information about the specific service or thing that you're offering, right? They want to know,
Yeah.
so you do a crown in a day. How do you do that? I need to understand that a little more. And what are the benefits of that? I'm now analyzing your service. I'm almost at the buying decision. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
And then the very beginning of the funnel is just the awareness of it, is the educational video. This is something that you need to understand is out there for you. You need to just be educated. You need to understand that there is other solutions for you. I just want you to know about it.
Yeah.
So you educate them first. Then, if they take the next step down the funnel a little bit, you explain it to them a little bit more. And you could do all this with videos. And then the little bit farther down, you do a promo video. Well, this is a great hack on Facebook, and we do it all the time. We do it. It's a video sales funnel on
Yeah.
Facebook. So you make 3 videos like what I just told you, and they're all part of a campaign. And the very first video, you show it to your entire local community. Let's say you're in zip code 91607, right? That's
Right.
was my zip code. We show it to everyone there. Now, the second video, the explainer video, we show that second video only to the people that watched 50% or more of the first video. So now your pool is getting a little bit smaller, right?
Mhm.
Now, the third video, the promo video, we show that only to the people that watch 50% of the explainer video. So now your pool is even smaller. So we know that the people in who are getting that promo video, who are getting the offer, if you book an appointment in the next 2 weeks, we're going to give you 50% off of your dental implant. We're going to give you 50% off of your crown, or whatever we're going to do.
Right.
We now know that you are aware of our brand, you know of our office, we know you've watched the 2 previous videos.
Right.
You are such a perfect target for us. And we already know, I mean, if you're a human, most likely you have teeth. So it's not like we it's not like we have to go too far to find someone who needs a dentist. I mean, we
Right.
all have teeth, right? So we
Right.
just have to market geographically to your office and then hone in on those people through those 3 types of videos that I just explained.
Well, that's awesome because it's yeah, you're really yeah, you're kind of you're zooming out yeah, in the very first step to really get to garner some awareness, but then everything after that is only you're only targeting those people that have expressed an interest. You know, it's by and they've
Yes.
expressed that interest by watching a certain percentage of the previous video. And that's what's so strategic and so powerful about this whole process is that it's not you're not just broadcasting all these messages out to the world in hopes that someone's going to see them all and will make the connection and then finally call your office, but
Oh
it's a
gosh.
very I know it's like you're playing
And
chess, you're playing the
I see
first
that
step and
all
then
the time.
yeah.
Oh, and I talk to these dentists and they're like, "Oh no, we got it covered. We don't need any we don't need anyone to help us with the ads." I'm like, "But you don't understand what you're doing. I can
Yeah.
help you so much.
Yeah.
Just that strategy that I explained alone can cut your ad costs by 75% if done correctly."
Yeah, it's so cool. And then you're really such a great filtration process and qualification process of finding those people that really have that need because they're consuming that content. They're showing they're really raising their hand, saying yes, this is something I'm interested in. And then when you finally get to that third video, they are predisposed to say yes to your offer. You know, and it's of course not everyone's going to, but you're increasing your chance of success by by really setting up this process.
Yes. Um, the next 3 things I would like to talk about are the style of video, right?
Okay.
Now, this is pretty important to understand as well, because there are so many different styles of videos. And once again, I break this down more in my YouTube video. So go there. It's fast, it's entertaining, and it gets the message across. But in short, the first style is the spokesperson video, right? It's a talking head. It can either be a professional spokesperson or it can be the dentist or the marketing manager or the office manager. It could be anyone, but it's a person on screen, preferably done in a professional setting with a professional background, possibly even on a green screen. It's more of a professional looking video, right?
Okay.
But it's a talking head, waist up, waist to the head. So, and then of course you can spice up that video by adding in graphics and text on screen and music and all that stuff. But it's a professional setting. These are oftentimes really good for more evergreen videos that can answer frequently asked questions, or videos that are
Yeah.
template videos, things like that, things that need a little bit of a higher polish. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the first style of video, is the spokesperson video. The second style of video is the animated video. You can't rule out animation. It's fun. It's sometimes a little quirky. In medical, it's a big thing because you can show things that maybe normally you can't show, like putting in a dental implant or taking out an
Right.
implant. I mean, that's hard to show. I mean,
Yeah.
there. I have some dentists who have some incredible equipment in their offices, and I use that content, and it's amazing what they can provide these days. But just even a couple years ago, most people didn't have this kind of incredible video equipment in their office. So we would
Yeah.
do animated videos, right? How an implant goes in, how it comes out, well, explain a root canal, all types of things, and the different types of things you can show with animated videos just go outside the spectrum of what you can with real people, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's a lot more comfortable too. I mean, you don't want to see, if you're a patient, you don't necessarily want to see all the gory details of getting an implant, where they're
You
screwing,
don't.
you're really tight and screwing in the implant into your bone. And as a patient, you're like, oh, I don't know if I, I don't want to see that.
I'd rather see that as a cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The third type of video is your vlog video. Now, this is what I implore all dentists to be doing on a regular basis. I even gave you that sneak peek of that tool that I just talked about, Loom, the
Mhm.
Loom app on their iPhone. So the vlog video is more of a low barrier to entry, low cost. You shoot it with your phone. People do videos all the time, but it's just, you can even do it selfie style, where you're holding the video, or you have someone hold the video for you, or you put it on a tripod. If you're watching the video of this, I'm actually holding up a little bit of a tripod right now.
Yeah.
You just set your camera up on a tripod. You talk about it. You explain, a service, or a type of thing that you need to explain, a type of product that you're selling, and you have your marketing team or your office upload that to your social media. The vlog video is cheap, cost wise, it's fast, and you can do it all from your phone. And we all have phones. And I always recommend we do at least one of these every single week,
Mm.
because people are they're really accustomed to phone videos now, and the
Yeah.
quality is so good. I mean,
Oh, so good.
my iPhone has 3 cameras on it. I mean, it's amazing how good it
Yeah.
looks. My background is television. I was a TV producer and editor for 20 years. So back in the days when video used to be hard to produce, now it's so easy to
I
produce,
know.
right? So grab that, use that to your advantage, and create awesome vlog style content for your social media and your website, and that it will organically grow.
So a question on that, Matthew, for the vlog type videos, what are some ideas to get you started? What would you recommend, topics to address? Can you give me some examples of what you might recommend to a client for those?
Yes, I always say start out with the frequently asked questions. And for most business owners, well, I would I, I would like to go out on a limb and say all business owners get asked questions, and all business owners get asked the same questions over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Could you maybe agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now we've covered that. So what you do now is you bring out the little notes app on your phone, and you sit down with a cup of coffee one day, and you just rack your brain about all the silly, they're not silly, you know what I mean? All the
Yeah.
questions that you get asked on a daily basis, time in and time out, day in and day out. You're going to come up with 20 to 40 of them before you even take a sip of your coffee.
Yeah.
It's going to happen fast.
Yeah.
That's where you start. So what you do then at that point is you keep it on your phone, the little notes app, and you title it video ideas on your Apple Notes app or your Android Notes app. And then whenever you get a new idea, because now you've gotten the wheels turning, so
Yeah.
now when you ever get a new idea, don't worry about it. Just take a break, stop, open up that Notes app, go to the bottom of it, and put that video idea down there, and then forget about it. So
Right.
now, you've built, and this is what I do, and this is what, it's a great way to never run out of ideas, because people, that's a big thing. What do I talk about? Well,
Right. It's a big hurdle.
I'm giving you the strategy right here. So now all you have to do is schedule it. Okay, so I don't have time to do that. That's the next big hurdle. We don't have time. I'm too busy. Do you have time to sleep? Yes. Do you have time to brush your teeth? Yes. Do you have time to take a shower? Yes. Do you have time to eat? Yes. Do you have time to hang out and watch that Laker game? Go Lakers. Yes. Of course we have time to watch the Laker game. Well, then you have time to market your business, because sales are the lifeblood of any business. If you're not making sales, you're not in business. How do you get sales? People have to hear about you. You have to have customers. How do you get customers? You have to market your business. This is marketing. It's the
Yeah.
lifeblood of every business. You're going to find the time. It's kind of like oxygen. Let's see how long you can go without oxygen, you know?
Yeah.
So I can't stress enough the strategy I just told you. Make a list, frequently asked questions. So what else can I do talk about? Well, patient employee spotlight, right?
Mhm.
You
I
want to
love
talk
that.
about, you have an employee. We want to talk about our wonderful office manager today. That's something else. And we have and some dentist offices have their staff stay with them for 30, 40 years, but some of them have higher turnovers, right? So we want to see these people. We want to know who these people, we're welcoming this person to our team. We want to say goodbye to this person. She's been great. Thank you for staying with us for 5 years. Good luck with your pregnancy. You
Yeah.
know, we
Right.
want to keep up to date with the people that we become to know and love at our dentist office, right?
Yeah.
How about this? How about a sneak peek behind the scenes of the dentist and his family doing the things that he loves to do?
I
So
love that.
now, oh my gosh, forget it. You even actually talked about this, Mark, on one of your episodes, which I really loved, social media content. You had a whole episode where it was just you, and you talked about some really great social media ideas. I actually stole some ideas from that podcast, so thank you.
Good. Yeah, you bet. By all means. But that's such a good point. They want to know you as a person. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they keep coming back, is because they know they understand who you are, and your personality and your persona and everything, that how you treat people, and that's what's neat, because that's a huge competitive advantage. There's so much competition out there for dentists. You talk about this all the time, but there's one on every corner. And so there's no
Yeah.
shortage. They can pick and choose who they want to go to. And so I'm just saying, you can showcase your personality, and really kind of speed up that process of familiarity and building that relationship quicker with videos. And I think that's a great idea. I also like, when going back to your frequently asked questions, I thought of, hey, you could do this with, you get together with your hygienist and have he or she put together a list too of hygiene related questions that they could address, and get
Oh
the
my
team
gosh,
involved,
yes.
and so and like you said, once you start accumulating these ideas, you'll just come all day long, and yeah, just keep track. I love that idea. Just keep it in your phone.
And I stack something on top of that that would make it more fun. So,
Yeah.
okay, so once you start and you take the step of making video and uploading video, now let's start to make it more engaging. Remember, I was talking about make it informational and engaging and
Yes.
entertaining.
Hmm.
So, okay, I like to look at this as the TikTok phenomenon,
Yeah.
right? TikTok is an app. If you haven't heard of it yet, you're going to at any day.
Right.
But it's all funny little quick snippets, and it's ridiculously entertaining, right? So I'm not saying do TikTok videos in your office, but what I am saying is, what if we brought humor to your frequently asked question videos? Or what if we brought a little more entertainment to them? So for example, I'm just going off the top of my head here. I know that there's a right way and a wrong way to brush your teeth, right? And what if your hygienist and your dentist did a little snippet on the right way and the wrong way, and you had the hygienist on the left doing the wrong way, and the dentist on the right, or the dentist doing the wrong way would be even
Yeah.
funnier,
Would
and the
be even
hygienist
funnier.
doing the right way, and you had someone else kind of panning back and forth between the two people, showing the right way and the
Yeah.
wrong way, and then you had a funny little humorous banter between the two of them. I mean, I
I
would watch
know.
the entire video because
I
it's
know.
humorous and it's funny and it's lighthearted, and it's not just, this is how you brush your teeth, right? Do not hurt your gums, blah blah blah. You
Yeah.
make it fun, engaging, and entertaining, and short.
Well, that's an important thing to remember, is when you look at if you're posting on social media or if you're going on YouTube, I mean, one of the reasons people go on there is because they find entertainment on there, and so if you can adapt your video to fit that that platform, it's going to do better. It's going to perform better. It will engage more people. It'll be shown to more people as a result. And so that's an important thing to remember. And yeah, it's not every practice is going to be silly or outrageous, because you might be catering to a higher end that feels like, oh, I still need to be professional, but you can still add in some entertainment in there. I mean, as you were talking, I thought, well, you could, bring in celebrities, like pictures of celebrities, and be like, well, who's probably brushing their teeth in the better way, just based on their smile,
Oh my
and just
gosh.
starting conversations that way.
How about, I don't know if you've heard of a service called Cameo,
Yes.
but
Yes. I love
what
Cameo.
if you hired a celebrity to do a cameo video that you could use for your practice? So
And
you could,
they're so inexpensive for
they're
some of these
so
people.
inexpensive. That's a great idea. I haven't done that yet, but I have hired cameo videos for my friends and family, but I'm going to
Yes.
do it for my clients too. This is a great idea.
I know.
Um, Speaking of higher end, Mark, you mentioned something, and there are those people that want to do a higher end, more production value driven video
Hmm.
that's more evergreen. So, like for example, if I were to go to a dentist's website and there's a really nice video in the banner, and if you click it, it actually tells a story of the office. And I didn't really mention this in my types of videos or my styles of videos, because you only need one of these. And this is a story video. I call this the
Okay.
About Us video. And it costs more money, typically between $5,000 and $15,000, depending on how high budget and how many days you want it to go. But it shows it has really great camera work. It maybe has drone footage. It shows your city. It has testimonials of your patients. It's shot with a professional videographer. And it just really tells the story of who you are as a practice. And it's almost like a mini movie.
Mhm.
And this is one of those higher end videos that I think many practices should have. And I've been doing them for almost a decade at this point. But it really does. It's kind of like a set it and forget it video. You make it once, put it on the website, you put it on your social media, you put it on your YouTube, so it's apparent. You can even use it as your educational video
Yes.
at the beginning of the funnel, and you just put ad money behind it, and you just run it. And you just run it and run it and run it and run it, and it's for branding, right? You just need people to see who you are, where you exist. And you know if you look at the buying spectrum of from left to right, from 0 to 100, there's only people 90% of the time. um, People do not need a dentist right now. 10%
Right.
of the time they do. But
Right.
what about that other 90%? You need to get your brand in front of them so that when the time is right that they do need a new dentist, let's say they need to switch insurance, or they moved, or whatever the purpose is, you need to come top of mind to them, right?
Yeah.
So the About Us, the story video, kind of solves that problem.
Well, and it's such a great establishing shot. Again, kind of going back to setting the stage, dictating, how a patient feels about your practice. Whether they land on the first, if that's on your front page of your website, or whether it's on social media. I mean, I think that's a great way to really set the stage and tell the story. And that's what I love about what you just described with this video, Matthew, is that it's a story. It's
Story.
really, and it's telling why. It's a very compelling story of why patients should come to you over anyone else. What do you do above and beyond everyone else for your patients, and what type of patient do you service? And that's why it's an investment. It's a one-time investment, and it takes more time. It takes more money to put together, but it's man, that's what draws people in. You have to be able to share a compelling story. Otherwise, people are just you're just another dentist. You're just another commodity.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at who we are as a species, and there's been books written about this too. But we've been passing on our traditions and our stories for thousands and thousands of years. So the human mind and the brain is very adept and able to bring in new information through the art of storytelling. And I could
Yes.
do a whole podcast about this, but
Hmm.
just know that you already know it. we like telling stories. We're
Yep.
people. People like
Absolutely.
stories.
We
The
love them.
news is stories, the newspaper is stories, my phone is, everyone loves stories. Who doesn't love
Yeah.
a good story? So why don't we tell a story about your practice?
No, I
And
love
if you
that.
haven't done that, let's do it. Like, get on that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Oh, there's so much stuff here, Matthew, but let's finish up with just a couple of ways, best practices to get started. I know a lot of people when we talk about video, a lot of clients that I've worked with, and I'm sure you've had these same type of objections come up. Well, people will say I'm not good on video, or I don't have equipment, or what do I say? So how do you coach people on getting started with creating their first video?
Okay. So there's three things you can do here. You can do it yourself, right? Figure it out yourself. You can not do it, or you can work with someone or hire someone to do it for you, right? So there's kind of you have three options here. So depending, and I'm not saying one is
I
better
like
than
that.
the other.
Mhm.
There's really not. Well, actually, doing nothing.
Doing nothing. I was going to say that one.
Yeah, that's probably don't do that. But hey, I talk to dentists all the time because when I'm out there, trying to sell my services, we got plenty of patients. We don't need video. I'm like, okay, all
Yeah.
right. I want you to do video, but I understand. And when
Mhm.
you're ready, here I am. Right.
Yes.
So the other two, do it yourself. Great, awesome way to do it. And I support this, and I actually teach it, and I encourage it. So you can get some great resources on my YouTube channel. Just type in Madcapper Marketing on YouTube. You can also reach out to us whenever you have questions about this. But the best resource for doing it yourself is YouTube. I mean, there is no shortage of people teaching you how to do this yourself. And how do you get started quickly? Is equipment wise or time wise, is you use your iPhone, you use your Android, and you just start making video and you start uploading. And just remember, your first 20 videos, they're probably going to kind of stink a little bit, but you can always delete them, and you can always make them better as you improve and you get better on camera. What
Yes.
about the person who doesn't want to be on camera? No problem. Why don't we just record your voice, write a quick script, record your voice, or do a podcast style thing, and then put
Mhm.
pictures and text. So we actually hear the dentist's voice, but we only see pictures and text. So you have an editor do that. Everybody knows an editor these days. And if you don't know an
Right.
editor, there's all kinds of resources online to hire an editor for very inexpensive, right? Or you can use an agency style like us that actually helps you produce the videos, helps you write them, edits them, and also helps you promote them. But you don't need to do that by any means. That's just if the value is there for you and you don't have the time for obvious reasons. Now, what if you want to hire somebody to do it for you? What I don't want to recommend is saying, my niece or my nephew in high school, they make videos, they can do this for me. Yes, there are the exceptions where a lot of those kids are amazing and they do a great job, but do they have the experience, and do they have the history, and do they have the knowledge of the art of the story, and understanding the every specific video needs to be specifically geared towards a specific product with a specific message. There are strategies that go into video making that really help you increase your chances of success. And so if you're going to be spending money, why not set yourself up for success? So some of those things I spoke about earlier, types and styles of video, the frequently asked questions, things like that, I think would be the best way to get started because it's the most inexpensive. Use your iPhone, do some frequently asked questions, and just upload videos to your Facebook and YouTube directly from your phone. Um, a more advanced strategy would maybe be live streaming.
Mhm.
It's even faster. You can hit that live stream button and go live directly on Facebook and YouTube, and now that video will last forever. I would maybe recommend not doing that at first, only because what if you make a mistake, and what if you want to delete it and you want to do a new one? So
Yeah.
price, cost, because I know this is where you're going next, Mark.
Mhm.
Price, like with a company like mine, we have videos starting as low as $497, right? So, and that is written, that is shot, and that is promoted.
Yeah.
That's the whole kit and caboodle. And
Yeah.
then we go all the way up till $20,000 on your About Us story videos. But it always comes up, and then people are kind of afraid of the cost or the price. Well, what if you only did one or two videos per month? You know, And what if you only promoted one or two? I think now we're in the realm of possibility. And what if you're spending $1,000 or $2,000 on some video marketing every single month, but you're getting 2, 3, 10 new patients from it over time? Is it worth it? Is that return on investment there?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what you got to look at too. Is that is, what are we building towards? Because it's not
Yes.
always an immediate ROI, but it's something, and that's what I love about video is the longevity, the shelf life of video is. We've talked about how you can repurpose it in different ways. It's not just to live on social media, but it can be used on your website. It can be used in an email. It can be used in a text message. There's so many ways to repackage that to help build the relationship with patients and build your practice ultimately. And so yeah, and you've given a ton of great examples too. Just get started. And I love what you said. Just take some of your frequently asked questions. You talk about these all day long. For the
Yeah.
past 10 years, you can
Yes.
answer them in your sleep. Just
Yes.
even if you're not comfortable looking at the camera, you could be talking with someone else, like you were talking to a patient and addressing this question. Record it. Just just get it started. You know that you're going to probably stumble a little bit, and that's okay. You'll look at videos online, and are they perfect? Are they polished in every shape, step of the way? They're not. I mean, so you just go on Facebook and you see, or Instagram, and most of these are shot with a phone. They're a little shaky, and yeah, you can do things like Matthew suggested and grab an inexpensive tripod so that it's stable, and kind of stay in a room that's not super noisy and things like that. But just get started. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that you can do is just make that first video.
There is if anyone's interested, I have a page on my website. It's hidden. But if anyone's interested, for under $100, I put 3 tools that I recommend for video marketing. I don't know the URL off the top of my head, so I'll have to give it to you, Mark, to put in the show notes.
Okay.
But it is a tripod that has a light on it.
Mm.
It is also a stand for your phone. And it also has a lavalier, a microphone that you
Oh,
can plug
perfect.
into
Yeah.
your iPhone. So it's under $100. It's 3 things that you need to start doing vlog videos at a higher, more professional level today. So definitely check out the show notes in this, or if you need to, just go to my website, madcappermarketing.com, reach out to us, and we will send you the link for the tools I recommend. They're all on Amazon. It's under
Yeah.
$100. It's amazing.
Well, and that's gonna remove the motion or the shaking of the video. If you're just, instead of just holding it in your hand, it's gonna improve the lighting because you've got a light on it, sounds like. And then the audio is also a big component of that. Is just, you're gonna have a little lavalier microphone that I'm guessing attaches to your phone, that just hooks into your phone and helps
That's right.
record and make it so much clearer.
I actually made a video about these 3 tools on my YouTube channel, so you can see them in action there, because I actually show examples of with and
Oh,
without
perfect.
it. So
Yeah.
it's a really helpful tool, a
Awesome.
video.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Matthew, this has been terrific. There's so much here. We'll have
Thanks,
to have
Mark.
you come back and we'll do a follow-up to this, because there's still a number of things that I'd like to dive into with you.
There's so
Um,
much.
but I know this is a great foundation.
Yeah.
So for those that are interested in getting and learning more about what you guys do, you've mentioned the YouTube channel as well. How do people get in touch with you, Matthew?
The best way would be to communicate, throw a message at me on YouTube. So go to my YouTube channel, and it's Mad Capper Marketing, and just watch one of my videos and make a comment. That would be a great way to do it. You can then link directly to my website, and you can schedule an appointment with me directly or with one of my team members. We've got an awesome team here to help you and serve you. We work with dentists, a ton of them, so we really know your industry. You know what? I'll even give you my email address. It's really easy. Matthew with 2 T's, MATTHEW at madcappermarketing.com. So Matthew at madcappermarketing.com. I'm really easy to get in touch with. I like to talk to people, and I understand that you might not be ready to work with someone right now, because only 10% of the time people are ready
Yeah.
to buy, but you have to get that conversation going with the other 90%. I have to do it, Mark, you have to do it, and all of you dentists have to do it as well. We have to get that communication and that conversation dialogue going, so that when the time is right for someone to buy, you're there top of mind, and you can get that sale.
Yeah. Well, and what's neat too is just, I mean, as you've seen in this episode, Matthew is a tremendous resource. I mean, just even just reaching out to him initially and with questions that you might have, it's gonna clarify a lot of things for you. And he's been so willing and so generous to share not only the YouTube channel that has tons of resources, but he just shared the extra resource of the 3 things that you can get for under $100. And he's also got this safety awareness video that you can take advantage of for free to get going right away, because he recognizes that, there's so much value in video and it can be intimidating to get started. But that's what I loved about Matthew when we first met, is just how easy they make it to get video going. It's not doesn't have to be a massive production that you take time off to do, for 2 days. And there's certain things that, you might get into. The About Us will take longer, but for the most part, just to get started, it can be very, very quick.
Yeah, so please do take me up on that free video offer for your own safety awareness video. Reach out to my email directly, matthew@madcappermarketing.com, and just say I'm interested in learning more about it. I'll schedule a quick call with you, or I'll just send you a link. If you don't want to jump on a call with me, I'll send you a link with more information. You can review it at your own time. And if this is something that you think would benefit your practice, by all means, this would be a great step to start that conversation with us and see if this could help you in your practice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Matthew. Loved having you on the show.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy this episode of the Dental Marketing Secrets Podcast? Head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. And for more proven marketing strategies to grow your practice, visit practicerocket.net.